All right, today I'm gonna show you how to use a proper 35mm film camera. I'm kidding, I've been shooting film for like 2 months. I have no idea how to use one myself. I'm not qualified for that, but what I am qualified to do is enlighten you with 10 or more photographers that are shooting film within the film community that I think you should be following. Do we still roll intros? It is too early for a Red Bull. But sometimes coffee just doesn't cut it, you know what I'm saying? Stay tuned for the film hunt. A new thing I'm gonna be introducing is every time I talk about film, I will be going out around Main Street and hiding a roll of film. Dude, a good old scavenger. Who doesn't love a good old scavenger hunt? But let's get into these incredible photographers. I've spoken with some of them, slid into the DMs to be privy to their knowledge. It's nice to actually be talking with some of these photographers to try to learn stuff and understand why things are done the way they are instead of being the one that has usually been teaching it. I'm the student right now and I'm really liking that. And every single person that I have DM'd with and spoken to so far within the film community has been absolutely welcoming and been more than willing to help me with any of the questions that I've had. So shout out to all of you. I really appreciate you inspiring me to continue being inspired. We're gonna start with an account that is called Sup With Your Boy. Sup with, like what's up with your boy? Looking at some of these photos, they're all tagged with the hashtag, for the most part, Kodak Gold 200. The color of these photos, when you look at this account, this is one of those grids that is so damn near perfection. I don't even know why I said near. It is perfection. The light coming from these shots is incredible. It is single-handedly why I bought Kodak Gold 200. There's a sort of like Wes Anderson, otherworldly vibe to like, it just doesn't look real, but it is real. It's taking the absolute mundane in some cases and making it extraordinary. The amount of people that walk through those doors and walk out of those doors every single day, and to pick that particular frame, it's honestly something I would never have thought that. That feels like it's ripped straight from the 60s. All right, next up, Cody Mitchell. With the username Degrees of Light. I found Cody's work originally on YouTube. He makes great videos, very informative videos. There is a video that Cody makes about light metering that is possibly the greatest video I've ever seen about metering. Incredibly informative. He's super thorough and you can tell a very passionate photographer who knows his stuff inside and out. When I watched this video, I felt like I was learning photography day one, but the amount of knowledge packed into just one video, it took me from here to here immediately. So finding the Instagram account, instant fan, 3,900 followers. This should be 390,000 followers. He's also someone that's helped me out in the DMs when I bought a camera recently on eBay and I was having issues with it. A lot of coastal stuff, a lot of mountains. That shot, I love how well exposed the interior of the van is with the harsh light and the shadow. It's so simple, but it's so complicated. Calls himself a part-time van dweller based in Oregon. We're going to Oregon later this year. You better be damn sure I'll be reaching out to Cody to take me on some film adventures. Next up, 50 Shades of Jason. The username alone is fantastic. It's an A+, 10 out of 10. Jason's YouTube channel is the first channel I found and started watching when it came to learning film and wanting to just dive in and binge a whole bunch of videos to get my feet wet and understand the landscape. The most sarcastic, funny person on YouTube is probably Jason. This is a guy that really knows his stuff as well, and that's a trend I've noticed within film photography. Like, you really gotta know photography. Shooting digital, sure, you need to know photography as well, but it's easier to make mistakes in digital and just correct them in post and not feel the pain of making a mistake when something doesn't work. Film photographers really know their craft, and Jason is no exception here. Plays around with a lot of different film stocks, which I really appreciate. So when I go through his photos, I can find something that was shot on aerochrome, which, by the way, Jason has a petition going to bring aerochrome back. It is an expired stock from Kodak. I think there was a point where he was drinking a Code Red Mountain Dew every video in protest until they brought it back. That's funny. You just don't see stuff like that flipping through Instagram anymore. Next up is my boy, Joe Greer. Joe has been instrumental in this film journey with me. As you've heard, he sent me a numerous number of voice texts to help walk me through the philosophy of film and why I've been struggling with certain things and how that's normal and his struggles as well. And Joe's been a pivotal figure in this film journey. So His work is incredible. He's one of those individuals that just sends it, doesn't overthink it. I tend to get into that trap shooting film specifically, where Joe is just a person that he knows his camera, he knows his gear, and he just gets after it. I'm humbled to know that there are people out there who look at my channel and who meet me and say, you're the reason I got into photography and now I have this business and I've watched all your videos and you've taught me everything I know, and I'm absolutely humbled by that, and it still blows my mind. So Joe is one of those people for me that I'm learning from as a new entry-level film photographer. I can look up to him and honestly say he is one of the individuals, if not the individual, that made me want to shoot film. And that's a powerful thing. And when you think about it, there's no reason to be any other way. We're all in this together and we're all here to lift one another up. That's a theme that I've tried to carry throughout the entirety of my channel since day one. So before we get to the next photographers, let's go hide a roll of film and thank our sponsor for today's video. Should we do 120 film, 35 mil film? Let's do 35. Kodak Gold, Pro 400H. That was my favorite film back in the day, shooting weddings. Let's do Pro 400H. Let's raise the stakes. So this video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform. Let's go hide a roll of film. Hide it on a mailbox? No. We could bury it. So not even a problem if you have no skills whatsoever when it comes to making a website. You can have one up and running in no time flat. And if you're a photographer, you need one. Especially if you're starting to shoot film, you want a place to show off all your work. Make a great gallery. That's a great spot right there. You know, it's also great 24/7 customer service. You like how I did that? So if you get stuck at any time and you need help making this website, Squarespace have the best customer service to get you back up and running in no time. Just roof it. It's in the new hotel. These guys are building too. They're not building websites, but they're building. This is where they shot The Handmaid's Tale. That is a weird show. They have award-winning templates that they're constantly changing, so if you get bored of your website, you can just find something new and constantly keep it refreshed and looking spicy. You can also sell stuff on your website. E-commerce, products, Paygate, client services, really literally anything you could possibly think of, you can do. If you want to go to squarespace.com/McKinnon and use code McKinnon at checkout, it'll save you 10% off your first purchase so you can get your website going today. It's 2023, you need it. Even if it's a one-pager, it's enough. Link below. Thus concludes today's film hunt. On the ledge, be safe, Pro 400H, waiting for you. So thanks so much, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video. Sammy Elkins, the man with the deepest voice you've ever heard in your life. Sam Elkins is a beast. Sam is a force of nature. Sam is a phenomenal photographer. I've probably been following Sam, one of the longest OG film photographers. Sam has always had a very consistent style. He's here on YouTube as well, imparting his knowledge. If you want to learn more about film cameras as well, all of these people, check out their YouTube channels and their Instagram accounts. Using a medium format camera, also super helpful when I had a camera break, immediately in the DMs, helping me out, sending me numbers. But Sam's stuff, extremely unique, seems to have more of that dark mood that I really love. It has that contrasty aesthetic. It's got those dark, rich tones that I gravitate to that. So Sam just absolutely hits it on the head for me. Incredible photographer, and I just love to watch him work. Next up, Joe Howard. Now, I just randomly found this account, started following. I really liked the framing of a lot of these. The teal seats, I feel like film also just really brings out, those incense are just wafting this way. Can you see that? There's a wall. This is gonna look like a Snoop Dogg video soon. Wow, yes. Film just renders colors so well. I love these types of compositions, but I would see that and think the railing is not the subject, but it is and it can be, and there's a simplicity to film, but as simple as it is, it's equally complex. And I think that's what fascinates me about it. I can't forget Angel. Angel's a stud. The biggest heart, the biggest smile, a gem, a weapon, a sweetheart, a badass. He's a baller too. He's just a hard worker. Got a great set of hair. Did he just buzz his head? Huge smile. Angel is a local photographer. Toronto, obviously travels all over the place shooting film. He comes and visits here at the studio. Took me to C41 for the first time. Has really also taught me a ton of film. I can send that guy all sorts of texts and things that he's very patient with responding to. How do I get through the airport with all my film? Should I put it in a lead bag? What do I do? I can blow his phone up and he's always just willing to answer and send back messages immediately. Very, very helpful. He's so young, so talented, and I just feel so proud of him. He's got 105,000 followers on Instagram. Probably out there right now shooting an F40 in beautiful gold light, just having the time of his life. Probably smashing an In-N-Out burger or something. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Angel, a weapon. Okay, this is an interesting one. Jefferson White. He's an actor in the show Yellowstone. His name's Jimmy in the show, and I see that he does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, obviously shooting a lot in Montana, but he's shooting all film. It's just cool to see behind-the-scenes stuff shot on 35mm, shot on medium format, stuff in New York, stuff in Brooklyn, farm, ranch life on film. It really just doesn't get better than that. Great work, and I'm a big fan. Next up, _grainy day. Amanda Brees. Now, taking one quick look at her account, there is a lot of classic car content on here. There's something synonymous with classic cars and film. For whatever reason, they're two magnets that pull each other together. Whenever you see a classic car, it always looks good on film, and there's always a photographer shooting film, shooting the car. Amanda has this in spades. Now, with some scrolling on this account, you can see she's not only shooting cars, there are other compositions and frames as well. And yeah, I'm just a fan. All right, next up is my boy Jake. I actually don't know him at all. We talked on DMs once, but I absolutely love this profile. I love Jake's photos, probably because there's little threads and reminiscence of things that I like and hobbies and interests. You've got an ad for Stetson. You've got someone skating in a bowl. Of course, some vintage cars, tattoos, diners, neon signs. You can just walk into this diner and have coffee, not think anything of it, but like the light coming in, it looks so nice. I don't know Jake very well, but I'd like to. This account really fires me up. All of these accounts fire me up, man. All of them. All right, next up, Kelsey Smith from Georgia. It's giving me that Kodak Gold 200 vibe. There's some classic cars in here. There's a really rich gold tone happening throughout all these photos, which you can obviously see is the style. This shot is so sick. He says he's using Lomography 800 on Leica M6. Like, I would frame that and put it in my office. It's so cool. These film photographers are just nailing the light. They are waiting for the best times to shoot with the absolute perfect film stock, it seems. Look at this pool, dude. Look at that pool. That's so, look at this, dude. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Kelsey Smith, dude. Crushing it. Send this Graham some love. I don't know Willem. I've never spoke to Willem in my life. I've seen his videos, and I get a just very strong sense of passion from Willem. Just seeing someone's level of passion can inspire you, and you absolutely get that with Willem. Looking at his style, for me anyway, it's got that contrast that I really gravitate to. I love his dedication to the craft. I believe right now he's working on a photo assignment that he's given himself, photographing a particular rock. Not talking like a little rock, like we're talking giant rock. Willem's been photographing this rock from a whole bunch of different vantage points at different times of day throughout months, I think. Just having the discipline to go out and create this project and stick to it and shoot it and make videos about it and expand it over months' time, that's a true artist. He's got great photos, great videos, and if you want to learn about film, that's the person you go learn film from. Volandis. What do you say about the GOAT? When you see Volandis' photos, they really do embody the storytelling. You often hear everybody talk about, I want to tell stories with my photos. When people look at them, I want them to feel something, and Volandis captures the soul when he takes photos. But he has a extremely unique and gifted eye when it comes to photography in general, and also obviously shooting film. Knows it inside out, everything's perfect. And beyond film, he also makes incredible videos. There are so many people out there to learn from these days. When it comes to shooting photography, video, film, whatever you need, it's there. There are definitely some individuals that shine and put in everything they have to their videos. He's one of those people. This guy is literally a walking masterclass in photography. If you don't immediately pause this video and follow him, you're missing out. So I would highly encourage you to go through the whole list, which I will leave in the description to make it easy for you. Give these people some love. You will not only be inspired by them, but you will learn a ton, more than you probably ever thought you would, if photography is something that you love and take seriously. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. A little deep dive into some of my favorite photographers that are inspiring me right now online.